Chuck Norris! Chuck Norris. Chuck Norris! Yeah, the time has come. A man must rise. No occasion will stop him. Nothing can harm him, no matter how mean, no matter the size. Chuck Norris will win. I know you may not think it's possible. When Chuck Norris was born, he drove his mom home from the hospital. I don't know, you may have heard, Chuck Norris can kill two stones with one bird. Listen here, I tell no lies. Chuck Norris destroyed the periodic table because Chuck Norris only recognized the element of surprise. When Chuck is around, you'd better get on your knees, cause when God said, let there be light, Chuck Norris said, say please. He's a man that takes command. He'll rise to any occasion. Bad guys be damned. Let's tell the entire nation. You know Chuck don't take no lip. Chuck Norris doesn't flush the toilet. He scares the shit out of it. You know I don't need to tell you why. When Chuck Norris slices onions, the onions cry. He's never had a cold and never had lice. Chuck Norris counted to infinity twice. I don't know about you, but I can tell you this. When the boogeyman goes to sleep at night, he checks his closet for Chuck Norris. Chuck Norris. He checks his closet for Chuck Norris. Chuck Norris. Yeah! Yeah! Chuck Norris! It's that time! That time to get gay! Time for Chuck Norris month on Toxic Tuesday! Yay! 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 Yay!
Good evening. How you all doing tonight? Welcome back to Toxic Tuesday. We never really left. We just did 2 weeks of tier lists, but now we're back with the OG. How are you all doing tonight? Glad to see already a lot of you in our chat on YouTube and Rumble. Let's acknowledge those amazing dudes in our chat, because gentlemen, I appreciate all of you for being here. Whether you slip and slide early, right on time, late, it's all the same to me. So let's get to some acknowledgments properly. All right, let's see here. Darren M, Jonathan Conroy, D Bud Martin, Tim Hayes, Jonathan 93, Mega Corellian Rogue, Brian McCann, sir. I'm jealous to admit the great Chuck Norris. That's a badge of honor, sir. That's an incredible badge of honor. I love to see it. And of course, Darren M is also holding down the fort on Rumble along with Dude Brosev. What's up, gentlemen? Thank you guys for holding down the fort on Rumble. So yeah, as I say about them holding down said fort, this is your opportunity to be in a place where you can have it both ways. You can have it in the YouTube end, or you can stick it in the Rumble end, or you can do it both ways. The choice is yours. So in the chat is the link to the Rumble side. I'm sure there will be clips. This is definitely one of the most toxic movies we have done in a very long time. And Mark D with a C deserves all the flowers, roses, accolades for pitching this one because I had never seen Hot Dog. Hell, I'd never even heard of this movie. Boy, what an experience. One I never gonna forget. I knew it was gonna be like an 80s party movie. When I heard a name like that, I kind of saw like the poster. Like, okay, so it's clearly gonna be like a party type of movie. You know, dude, it's gonna be a sports movie, let alone on Sting. But it happens, and you know what? Sports element actually really works. It's kind of crazy. Kind of crazy. Ain't that right, Mark D with a C?
Yes, you can blame me. I was like, who was this asshole that suggested this movie with like all this nudity? Because it's a lot of work. There's a lot of mad tonight. I'm still going through because we're debating beforehand. There's a wet T-shirt contest in this movie, and yeah, I've got I just got the count here, so. The count had to count all the nudity, isn't it? Yeah, 1, 2. What's the count? I'm gonna cover the count, but the count's eyes here. I mean,
virgin eyes
for the count. Let's put him on the Enterprise. He can ride the Enterprise. Count. Don't look too much of this stuff. But the fun thing about this movie was I was around 15 and a half. This came out in January in 83 or 82.
When the heck was it? 82 or 83. This was.
Yeah. Yeah, so I looked up. Yeah, I didn't have my driver's license yet, and I remember getting dropped off there. I think we lied to like one of the moms didn't care. We lied to one of the moms because this sucker is very rated R.
Oh, of the highest order.
I think that was one of those where we asked the guy to vouch for us. Yeah. And one of my buddies had like a gift coupon. My buddy Stein had a like to get in for the movie free, and like we paid, and like 3 of us got in. And then Stein, my buddy, was left behind, and the girl wouldn't take the coupon. She's like, "Well, you're not old enough to see this, because like because when he showed the free coupon, so we had to so we went in and we're like, sorry, buddy, and we're and then he came in and we're like, what'd you miss? I'm like, you missed a lot of nudity. You missed a lot of boobs. You had to like wait for some dude to like say that he was like knew him and he could let him in. Back then they weren't that strict, but. So I think this is probably the first rated R movie I ever saw in the theater. I don't know. I guess maybe on VHS. Yeah, I'm not on VHS. Probably VHS tapes. But my God, what an experience this movie! I can see why we we're like rewind in the movie theater. But yeah, for a 15-year-old kid to see this was this made. Double the impression if you get my drift. But plus it's a fun movie. Like, yeah, you're joking about the nudity and the raunches, but it's a fun, it's a lighthearted, good movie. There's
a strong sports element to the movie that's actually shockingly very believable. I'm like absolutely like I wouldn't say all. It was just something I didn't see coming from a movie of this magnitude where it's all about the 80s and the partying and the crazy and the toxicity. And then they had this like sports story that actually has some substance to it. It's like,
yep.
Whoa.
Yeah, the evil German dude, the stereotypical bad guy. But I mean, the lead actress in this, Sunny, I mean, she's a drop dead knockout gorgeous. I mean, I think I saw that scene in slow motion in my brain when she started. I'm like, she's really going to take off her sweater. She's really going to do this. No, I didn't watch this one with my mom, Davina. Thank God. That was Dangerous Liaisons. That was Dangerous Liaisons when she's like, Uma Thurman has such beautiful breasts. But yeah, she might have said the same thing about Shannon Tweed, but not knowing who she was. But yeah, this it's a fun, and it's a fun, nostalgic memory, and it's a movie about skiing and hot dogging, but. It's a damn fun toxic movie, so I'm glad you got to see it.
No, thanks for pitching. I'm glad we did it. I'm very glad we did because I'm not going to forget this movie.
All right, well now I got to edit the rest of these photos, so I'm going to turn my camera off and cover up these boobies.
70s will be here in a few minutes, but we do have just another red shirt, sir. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. I'm so goddamn old. I remember when hot dogging was called showing off. And they didn't have a tournament for it. There was no, what is this freestyle tour bullshit? No, it's a fun movie. They actually do have some very good ski sequences in it. Not
Mhm.
quite Warren Miller, but still pretty good. But holy crap, what a party movie this is. You know, this
Oh
thing this
God,
thing
yeah.
gets off to a rip-roaring start, and it is absolutely gratuitous sex, because once they start the story, you'll notice there's almost no more sex in it at all.
Mhm.
They got it all out of the way up front.
You know, I was shocked watching this movie for my first time. I was actually really happy about knowing that, okay, I have to watch this a second time, not just because of like catching whatever little bits I may have missed, like a joke that kind of happened like in passing really quickly. But I was just looking forward to the fun. Because at first I'm watching, oh, this is pretty good so far. It's your stereotypical 80s party movie. But then as it going on, like I started really like molding with the movie. I was like, we are really working this out here. This is like a relationship performing. This is really working. And I was just really won over by the end of it all. I couldn't believe it. I was like, holy crud. We got a sports movie disguised as an 80s party movie. Because most people are gonna look at this and think, oh dude, a party movie, man. Of course. Like, we gotta go see that. And then then also you get all the like elements you'd expect from sports movies. But there is something that kind of happens in this movie as far as the sports stuff that is not as synonymous with other sports movies. We'll get into that later, but it's cool that we got that because sports movies, and I mean this like almost as a whole, a lot of them, it's not about the destination, it's about the journey. And that's fine because that's what we like. We like the underdog formula. It works. You kind of know how it's going to end, but it's about that journey. Getting there, the chase is better than the catch. One of those things. This movie kind of does a few tweaks on that, and I would actually make the argument in this movie. This one tries to make sure that the journey and the destination are great, but the destination isn't how you would expect it because it's not like most sports movies' destinations. Do you guys catch my drift on that? And how
Yes.
I'm referring to it?
Oh yes.
Excellent. Excellent. Oh, wow. We've got 17 of you in here. What's up, added bodies? How are you all doing? Saw Toback. How you doing, sir? Nice to see you here. Hell yeah. Yeah, we're holding down the fort on YouTube
Yeah.
and Rumble. You guys are wild. And
I
well,
wonder
Mark
in the
is
yeah, it'd
getting
be
it
like
up.
2 more minutes, but I just
That's
wonder in the
fine.
chat, like, how many people had never seen this movie before? Like, did you guys watch it for
Yeah.
Toxic Tuesday, or let us know in the chat, like, when you
Yeah.
first experienced hot dog? Like,
Please,
I mean,
before we get into it, yes, please tell us, have you seen this? Are you watching this show just because we're talking about it? Have you seen this? I think D-Bud seems like he's seen it. I think D-Bud
Yeah,
sounds
he's
like he
old.
definitely knows this movie. So if
Yeah.
anyone's going to definitely kind of like raise his hand, it's going to be D-Bud Martin. It's going to be D-Bud. But yeah, I'm going to keep my eyes on this Rumble side as well because I want to know because I couldn't believe prior to you mentioning this, Mark, at least with the movies we got coming ahead, after tonight in the next 2 weeks, I've either seen them or heard them. Hot
Yeah, had you
Dog
heard
was
of this
just,
one?
I was clueless on this one.
Oh, you're a
And
virgin, total virgin. Like, they even know about it.
I was, you straight up, Mark, I'm going to tell you something very confessional on Toxic Tuesday. You straight up busted my cherry with this movie.
All right. That's what I want to hear. Because there were a lot of busted cherries in this
Rich
movie.
was not expecting to hear.
Very few cherries survive this movie.
I mean, seriously, I could tell in this movie, this is definitely one of those movies that would make a lot of boys become men.
Right?
It's definitely
Yep.
one of those movies. Oh man, Brian McCann said he was 10 when it came out. Watched Hot Dog back in '84 on VHS. Darren M say saw on VHS in the mid '80s, just as I graduated high school. What's up, Darth Viewer? How you doing, buddy? D Bud say started watching earlier this week. D Bud firearm gave out. Ooh, firearm. That could be interpreted two ways, especially for a movie of this magnitude. Toback said he never saw it. Dude, Brosev said it spawned a dozen clones. What clones? I would actually like to know
Yeah,
what
a bunch
clones.
of ski movies. Yeah, a bunch of, because this movie did really well.
Yes, I was looking
it,
in. I was shocked. Mike, bro, once again, even more weird to how come I've never even heard of this. It's one thing if I hadn't seen it, but to have never heard of it, kind of reminds me of like when we had done movies like Midnight Run or Black Rain, where they're not the most well-known movies, but they did very well in their time, and they definitely had their fan bases. But somehow it's like almost like it's like this. We had this small collection of movies that kind of like, I guess you could say, they get memory hold. It's weird. It's really odd how that happens. You'll have these movies that'll do well, but then you don't hear about them. And yet, if you bring them up to select, niche groups, they're going to really know about it. And Mark, clearly, obviously, you knew about it.
Yeah.
You're the one who pitched the damn thing. But it just really blows my mind how this one kind of slipped by. Because like I thought I had seen, I guess you could say, I'd seen them all with this genre, the college partying and the 80s antics, sex comedies. I thought I'd seen it all, man.
Right.
But then along came the one called Hot Dog. Now I gotta ask, because I am retarded, like Ricky Retardo retarded. And maybe this is something because I'm oblivious to how skiing works. Why is this movie named Hot Dog?
Because that was the nickname for a show off. If you were if you were a show off on skis, you were a hot dog.
Oh, see, I didn't know that. Oh,
right.
I thought maybe it was like some sex reference or something.
No. It's that's why I was joking about. I'm so old. I remember when this was just called showing off. Basically, this was the beginnings of the freestyle skiing as a sport that eventually became an Olympic sport. But essentially, what it is doing stupid things in mogul fields.
Yeah.
You hit a bump, you hit it just right. You get enough air, you can pull off a stunt to do something crazy in midair and then stick the landing in the middle of moguls. So you got to immediately go back to skiing bumps. It's harder than it looks. I will say that.
No, I used to be hooked on a PS2 game that involved skiing called SSX Tricky back in 2001, 2002. And that game kind of like made me really respect the sport of skiing, even though I never really kept up with any sports leagues with it. But that game made me like really appreciate like what skiers do. And we've done actually a good amount of sports. We've covered golf, we've covered hockey, boxing, wrestling. We've covered a lot of ground, but then you're thinking you don't think about skiing when you think of a sports movie, and yet here it was, and one that at its time was very well received. It seems like there's still a bit of a cult fan base to this day.
There is. It's a small market. I mean, you got you're selling it to people who can afford all the clothes, the equipment, the lift tickets, and all that crap. And that's never been easy. There's Ski School, other movies that IMDb's listing would be that are ringing a bell with me is Ski School, Ski Patrol, both really corny comedies, and then Aspen Extreme, which I don't even know what that's about. And of course, you had every year, it was a tradition. In December, you went to see the new Warren Miller film. And Warren Miller was a filmmaker who would do an hour and 20-minute long ski movie. Heli skiing, bump skiing, backcountry skiing, and then there was usually one segment of idiots going downhill on things that never should have been on a mountain, like refrigerator boxes on skis.
I'm glad you brought out the whole thing about the doing this type of sport. It's a very expensive investment. It kind of reminds me of my friends who I knew who tried to either get into two things: skateboarding. Very expensive as well and dangerous.
Skateboarding's expensive.
Skateboarding and also it can get very expensive very quickly.
I think it would be cheap skateboarding.
And then drumming.
Yeah.
Because a lot of shit gets busted very quickly. If it isn't your equipment, it's you.
Yeah. You own it.
Yeah. So
you bought it.
It's one of those either it's the equipment that gets your shit busted, or you yourself get your shit busted. Either way you swing, it gets expensive. It gets expensive quick. And yes, a lot of drummers do get hurt. And sometimes it's from the silliest of shit as well. Sometimes it can be just carrying giant, heavier sticks. It could be, mess with the feet. And then it's easy to break shit. Cymbals break a lot. It happens live on shows. And a skateboard, obviously boards can
choking on vomit
easily. Choking on vomit. and then you busting your shit when you fuck up a stunt, and then you factor in where we have expensive health care, not to make it controversial political, but we can all agree that it is expensive. And that shit sucks. That shit sucks, especially if you're a skater in America. Now, obviously, if you're big time, it softens the blow a little bit. But yeah, it can get tough, man. It can very tough.
Yeah. Yeah. Skateboarding used to be you were on your street, and if you lost control of the board, you tried to aim for somebody's lawn and dive off the board onto the grass. And the hell with the skateboard. Nowadays, you get to a skateboard park, you do that, you get sent skyward. It's like coming out of a bobsled run. So, yeah, I could see where the personal risk, where you got to have pads, helmet, and all the rest of it. And then basically, you're doing everything that you're facing all of the dangers of a snowboarder except trees. So skiing skiing almost died, came back. It's snowboarding just about took over from skiing. So that's part of the reason I think you haven't seen many ski movies in the late 80s and 90s. Skateboarding got big. I mean, snowboarding got big out of surfing and skateboarding. And the skiing industry was on the verge of disappearing. So
snowboarders saved it. Yeah.
The shaped skis saved it. The short, wide tip, wide shovel, wide tail, hourglass figure skis that are easy to turn. That's what
only wimps use those.
You can learn to make them. No. Nowadays you can't buy straight skis. Ask me how I know. I'm an old school skier.
Racing,
I would love to see the look on somebody's face when I got on the lift with them and I had 207 centimeter K2s.
I got my Orangina up.
There we go. Yep.
Yeah. And they'd be like, what are those for? And I say, anything I want.
Well, actually, you can take the Orangina down for 1 second. This is a poster, but look at this. This is just for Red Shirt.
Yeah.
He really liked her. Yep. That's Shannon Tweed.
Yeah.
Sylvia.
She was Playmate of the Year in 81, 82. Don't ask me how I know.
Oh. Don't ask how. We all know how Mark knows.
Yeah.
And in this movie, she definitely wins the award as the girl with the biggest tits.
What? Don't the spoiler alert? We're gonna have a vote.
Oh no! Oh no!
This is the summarized Proust competition. We're going to give the award to the girl with the biggest tits.
Oh, we lost the Orangina.
Did you notice? I'll get it back up. Did you notice how the movie just started? It didn't show like the movie studio name. It just started.
Yeah.
Did you? Because I watched. I didn't notice that until I watched it my second time, and I'm looking and I'm like, hold on, something's not right. Holy crud. They didn't open it like showing who the movie studio was that put this movie out. They just went straight to the movie. I was like, that's not common. Okay. Interesting. And I don't think I still
like
know.
A Bond movie.
Yeah, that's true. A lot of Bond movies do that. I'm just, I'm used to having either opening studio credit or the opening credits of the people who worked on the movie. But no, we don't get either or. We just go straight into the icy territory of it all in a movie called Hot Dog. What's up, Phantom Outsider? Long time no see, dude. Thank you for being here. Appreciate it. Hell yeah, bitch. I love now. Okay, now see, Hot Dog, the title now makes so much sense to me. I'm glad they had to make that distinction. Hot Dog ... the movie.
You know who came up with that? I know way too much about Hot Dog the movie after watching the documentary and the making of.
Oh, do tell.
So that was David, the Dr. Pepper dude. That's David. I was gonna say David Niven, not David Niven. David Naughton from American Werewolf in London. So he's coming off American Werewolf in London, and he's like, and they're out drinking or whatever. He's like, I got a name for the movie. Like, let's just call it Hot Dog the movie. And all the people on the commentary, they're like, yeah, no one ever called anything the movie before. So they like, we love it. Let's go with it. And like back then, it was hot dog skiing. Like you were asking what's hot dogging, but everyone back then knew that was like, freestyle skiing. So that's why they just added the movie to it. And that was his take. Yep. So, and we got, as James Sato, that was, he was in the Turtles, right? We got someone from the Ninja Turtles in this movie. Is it Sato or was it, Was he in the Kendo? Was he in the Turtles? I'm trying to remember.
I
One of the
don't recall
commentators.
Kendo being in the Turtles. I mean,
Were
maybe I'm
Oh
wrong.
yes, he's Shredder.
Oh, is he really? Which one? Which movie? The first one?
The 1990 James Southern.
Wow, the first one. That's
Yeah.
crazy. All right,
Yeah,
what's
so
up,
he's
Parrot
Shredder.
Head? And then Phantom
Redhead.
Outside, are you doing Hot Dog the movie? When will you do Hamburger the movie? The quote, put those cookies back, motherfucker. I guess we gotta do it soon. Since we got the hot dog, we gotta get the burger. We gotta have our meats covered, and not just
Right.
ours, literally. So why not? Why not have some burger meat in our buns? And straight to the skin.
We should have all been eating hot dogs tonight.
Oh, dude! Actually, funny enough, and this is I actually made for my kids for dinner. They both had 2 hot dogs each. We used the Whataburger spicy ketchup.
Yeah.
Dude, that ketchup is just straight up great. Oh man, it's so good. I want to like move into that ketchup. Like I wish like if that bottle had a landlord, I'd freaking pay it rent just so I can live in it. Yeah, hot dogs. Love it. I need to have hot dogs. I went to the best hot dog joint in the state last month, and it was a great reminder of why they're still the best hot dogs, like period. So, and now I want hot dogs again, and I'm not gonna be able to get to that place anytime soon. Darth Viewer, you know what I'm talking about. Gene and Jude's, man. Best in the business, dude. Best in the business.
Yeah, this is one of those scenes which is dead serious skiing. Like you could almost imagine this being the skiing used in a Bond film, and it's going to turn into it turns into a wet T-shirt contest in a little bit, and it's like when they did the skiing, they really skied, and when they did the parties, they really they made a major party of it. So
Yep.
in that regard, at least the movie's honest to what it's doing. They're not pretending to be skiing. They really are skiing in the midst of this. These are all really good freestyle skiers.
Well,
They just party hardy.
Yeah, well, it's about the best of the best, and you can tell like merit absolutely matters here. This is not just some area where anyone can hang around. This is like if you're part of this, you have to hang, especially when they meet Rudy, aka Rudolph, and you realize, okay, this is the big times. And not only do you meet the best of the best, but you also meet the worst of the worst in terms of who are the most egotistical douchebags as well. But before we do that, we get to meet Harkin, who becomes basically our main guy of the movie.
Yeah, and look at that, he's paying with cash.
I still pay. I still make 90% of my stuff in cash.
Yeah, but you're the not at a gas. Well, yeah, you're an unusual one though. At like a gas station, like I never see anyone pay with cash anymore. And then look at this, this jerky throws all their cassettes on the road. What a bastard!
Oh yeah, well, he kicked the
cassettes.
Girl
like there go her cassettes. He didn't like her music. I mean, it was
no, I
think
he says because she wouldn't give him Roadhead.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
Yeah,
Sunny's her name. This is, I think, the actress's debut movie. When I was doing my homework, I'm like, oh wow, well, this is a hell of a breakthrough. She'll definitely be remembered for this one for sure.
Oh yeah, this is her most famous, famous movie.
Tracy Smith is her name.
Tracy Smith. Yeah. Born 1960. She was in Bachelor Party. She was in played Bobby in Bachelor Party, which we did on this show.
Yes, we did. Oh man, that was a wild night.
Rituals, some TV, but not. Yeah, she didn't have a huge career, but she was on T.J. Hooker for an episode. I'm looking at her IMDb. But man, she was gorgeous. I was. I don't want to get too overboard, but on the big screen, seeing this movie on the big screen,
get too overboard, Mark.
Go overboard. I was like, wow, she was she was smoking hot. But
she was
gorgeous. But like that girl next door charm, like twinkle, she was seemed very approachable the way she acted in this role. So I'm surprised she didn't have a bigger, a bigger career. She kind of reminds me of like Elizabeth Shue a little bit, if that makes sense.
I got a question. I got a question mark that probably I'm the only one who cares about. Did the making of movie say where the first skiing scenes were filmed before they went to Squaw Valley?
I think it sounds like it's all at Squaw Valley from my memory.
That would make sense.
Yeah, and back then the director or the producer actually did the producer's cut. They had a big fight with the director.
Oh, I
the
learned
cut of the
about
movie.
that.
Yeah, and they fired him. But he said, back then he grew up in this area, and he said Squaw Valley was like not expensive. He's like, you can't touch this place now. So they went to Squaw Valley for the crew, and they were there, and the winter was horrible because of so much snow. They had only had a few days of sunlight to film some of the scenes. And he's like, you can't touch Squaw Valley now. He's like, it's all billionaires and millionaires. So
It is.
this was kind of like skiing back then was kind of like a it was a blue collar thing, yeah, but you could afford it. You had to save up your money, but it was attainable. But now, unfortunately, they're kind of lamenting in this director's commentary. It seemed like it was like 10 years old, and you really got to, you can't afford it to go skiing. So he's like, oh, we could never film this movie today with the budget, because he's like, it would cost like $50,000 a night just to house the crew, because you got to film it on location. You can't be in on a green screen.
And that's not the only reason why it couldn't be filmed today, even if you factor in the budget and the sports aspect.
Yeah, and the sex aspect. But actually, one of the stunt skiers was in Bond, did that jump off the cliff with the parachute. And he mentioned one of those. So the skiers are all.
Yeah, I thought he'd never have to work again after that stunt.
Yeah, so they said the skiers are all top notch. Yeah, obviously.
Oh, yeah.
Some of the actors were trying to like say, can we do some of the skiing? And first of all, they like a couple guys fell the first day just skiing for fun on on the mountain, Squaw Valley, and they're like, no more skiing for them, because if you broke a leg or something, then you're done. And
you're screwed with your stars.
You're screwed. You're screwed with your stars. So so they're all stunt doubles. But the guy said, like one of the guy that played Squirrel, he's like, yeah, I'm a really good skier. I could ski double diamonds. But he's like, these guys are freaking unbelievable, like how good these skiers are. And this scene is actually a real scene that happened to the producer. He went to check in at a hotel, Squaw Valley, like 3 a.m, and a guy came out of the hot tub with his glasses, with goggles on, and the woman gets out in the nude and checks them in, and did the same thing, put the towel on the head. So that was quite a way to open the movie. It's like,
yep,
crap.
I found that out, and I thought, okay, Mark.
Oh fuck! Hey, pull down. What the fuck? I went through that.
Oh,
Jesus Christ!
It's okay.
I should have my finger on. Oh.
I'll trim it out later. It's fine. So around 32:30. Okay. It's okay.
Shit.
It's not a big deal. I can always.
When I double checked after I went through, I would just have my finger on it. Fuck. I'm sorry. Jesus Christ. How'd that get through?
This is the tough movie to censor for YouTube.
But I went through and I checked.
I'll cut Mark some slack. This one probably took him some work. It probably did take him some work. So I saw it reported. Fail. Mad got tired.
Mad's late. The problem, Davina, is Mad's late. Damn
it. Delete. How the hell did that get through?
Too many. Yeah, no kidding, Davina. There was just too many. Oh,
sorry, but holy shit.
I don't see a problem. That's a problem. YouTube sees the problem. Damn. Well, that was hilarious. I'll say that.
Sorry about that. Yeah.
No, dude.
Shit. And I went through it. Like I tried to go.
KFC goodness. Felt it.
All right, now I'm double checking. I was gonna have my hand on the thing too. Like right as we got to that, I was like, I gotta go ahead and like check everything. Double check as it's going.
No.
God.
We need a 15-second delay.
Yeah, I need a delay. Yeah. All right, I'm going ahead and checking. That was the one.
Okay,
I missed that one.
Well, that scene.
Here we go. Okay,
fairly quickly, so we can just get it back up.
Yeah, no, I have where we are. Yeah, I just
that was a brief moment, thankfully.
Yeah, because we had the.
Here we go. Overwhelmed.
Oh man!
Oh, you guys are killing me in the comments. Nothing compared to what happened Snow Dive years ago. Oh, I can't even, man. Poke your eyes. I got the screenshot. Oh, you guys, I swear, this shit's fucking funny. Yeah, I watchers are smoking. Oh man, you guys. I love your guys' humor in all this. That makes everything about this absolutely worth it. Thank you, guys. Oh, good
Man.
times. Nah, dude, seriously. We get to live with that memory now and remember that. Face green smiling.
So you had the Angina up, right?
Oh, I got my giant up, dude. Look, it's in
So
your
it kind of
face.
covered it. I think it covered it too, probably, right?
I don't know. Maybe.
No, because I'm not that. Yeah,
If
you
I
don't want to
get
show
hit,
that.
I can just always remove it.
Yeah, I
So-
can just cover. Yeah, you go in and you white it
Yeah.
out on. But
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no.
all right, now I'm gonna go through the pictures now before they go up. So
Yeah, to give you an idea, I just looked here at April 2026 for Squaw Valley lift tickets. And
yeah,
they're running anywhere from $84 a day per person to $111 a day. And that's just straight up just to be allowed to ski on the mountain.
Damn.
So,
You
yeah.
pay to
So when I
play,
say it's
bro.
expensive, $700 to $1,000 worth of gear plus a lodge to stay in, and they cost a fortune if you're near the mountain. Plus $100 up, call it $100 a day to ski. Ouch.
Oh, it's not for poor people. Yep.
No, it's not. It's not even for middle class. It's getting to the point where it's not even for middle class people. It's like going to Disney World. Do you go
Yeah,
to
you gotta be a
Disney World? Or you
millionaire.
go to Squaw Valley.
Squaw Valley. Isn't that like some like term? Like I heard I unless I'm mistaken, I thought that was supposed to be like some slang term for Indians.
It is. It's a female Indian.
Yeah, female Indian.
So what makes it if they're calling it Squaw Valley, then was that just what does that make this valley name then? Is it a slang name valley or is there a distinction that I'm missing here? Is there dots that I'm not connecting at?
I think it's been known as Squaw Valley forever, and the permanently aggrieved haven't started complaining about it yet.
Oh, so it's just a matter of time.
Probably.
Okay. Well, I don't want to get ahead of myself. Okay.
Don't give me any ideas.
No, I don't want to do that. But man, imagine being Harkin, and then you get to see a guy that it seems like he practically admires, goes to give him a handshake, and the guy kind of gives him that funny look, like, "What the hell are you doing?" And luckily, Sonny's like, "Whoa, what are you doing, you freaking Yahtzee? How dare you do that to him?" He basically, he admires your work, and you're just basically standing him off. What the hell, dude? Yeah, and all because of Fight Bite. I was like, oh, so he's gonna be that asshole for the movie. Damn.
Yeah.
And then, of course, he's super, super German sounding too. So I was like, and I like how, of course, she called him Adolf. I was like, yeah, because his name Rudolph. Oh, it was perfect.
Yep. Yeah, there's a lot of American versus Europe tension going on here, given that if you remember, I don't know when we get to them. Oh, Jesus.
Squaw
Hard
equals
N-word.
male genital, white people think it meant female Indians. And then change from Squaw Valley to Palisades, Tahoe to remove it. I did not know that.
It did change, huh?
So it did change.
The ski area doesn't acknowledge that. You can still find them on the line.
Okay. Well, hey. So they ended up changing it, of course, because of course they did.
Right.
And we get to meet another great buddy who becomes very prominent in the movie. And he's a good friend, but also a very influential friend in some of the worst ways as well. Mr. Daniel here. What a character this guy turned out to be. Holy crud.
Yeah.
He's a bro at the end of the day, but he's also almost too much of a bro because he can land you in some trouble. And, well, Harkin gets into some trouble, well, partially because of his influence. Oh, boy,
Yes.
did he get into some trouble.
Yep.
Oh, that Daniel. But I'll tell you what, man, he knows how to plan. He knows how to plan, that's for sure. He's a go-getter with his planning.
Yeah, Dan is definitely a shit stirrer.
Oh, God, yeah. And dude, I freaking died when the guy was doing the girl spotter. He took the flashlight out of his front pocket crotch. I was
Yeah.
Oh
like,
yeah.
he had a big
Yes.
black flashlight. That
Pardon me while I whip this out.
oh, dude, I freaking died. So I learned when the movie was originally shot, apparently this scene would had up to 45 minutes of footage. So they had to
Yep.
really trim it down a ton. Something,
Yep.
wow, that's insane.
That was the fight with the other
45
director.
minutes. And also a lot of the women, if you're wondering who are all these women, apparently most of them are extras. So it was easy for them to just do this, and I guess you could say the ladies got paid, had their moment under the sun, never to be seen or heard from again. And rest in peace, Nick. What did something happen? Did I get muted? Hello?
I can hear you.
No, you're here.
Okay.
You're here.
I'm just trying to see what rest in peace says. I'm like,
Yeah.
I thought, like, is my show getting nuked or something?
Yeah.
But okay.
Don't scare us,
Whew,
man.
yeah, guys.
Yeah, no.
Brian, please do not scare me like that, man. Please don't.
Oh, you said you died. You said you died. Oh.
Oh, you said you died. Yeah, didn't realize what I was saying. But anyways, yeah, they use girls who are a bunch of extras. And at the time, it was a lot easier to be anonymous. So they weren't as findable. They could just do this movie and that was it. Go about their day. I'm sure they rarely got approached by, hey, you were in that one movie, because they're not going to think of it as people who are just blending in everyday life. So, no, good for them. And I wonder if this is another scenario that happened in real life as well, considering the hotel thing with the naked lady was as well. I would
I'm
not
just
be
checking
surprised.
here.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just double checking my photos there before we go. I triple checked.
And one of the things that I had to, that I noticed here was the way these relationships form and stuff. This is definitely the pre-AIDS scare.
Mm-hmm.
This is before that.
Pre-AIDS scare, and man, also, what's her face? Tracy Smith, who plays Sunny.
Yeah.
Even though she was, I think, 20 or 21 when she played the part, when she says in the beginning of the movie that she's 18, her behavior and even Harkins are that of still teenagers as well, with how they go about their decisions or lack thereof, and their back and forth thing, and the whole, you had your chance to do some last night, or two, you better not do this too. Well, now you act like you owe me too. Hold on, why did you do this? So the back and forth thing is really off the charts. And I'm sure I had my own back and forth when I was a teenager as well. I couldn't remember them, but we'll just assume that I did for conversation's sake. We'll just assume that I did.
Well,
I'm going to do this manually. We're clear, but I'm just going to do them manually.
Okay. IMDb says this movie came out in 84, but this is a
84,
late
okay.
70s story.
Oh, God.
This is like the heyday of Studio 54 at Squaw Valley with skis on.
This is so terrible. And this
Well,
actually did happen.
Older brother was in hot dogs somewhere. Oh, that's a badge of honor. And Deep Lost, did anyone notable make a good career that was in this movie? I mean, I don't know.
There's a whole list of people that the producer was naming that that went on to big careers and worked with a lot of people. And
Shannon Tweed, she's married to Gene Simmons.
Yeah.
Unless they broke up and I'm not aware of it. Hold on, I'm gonna bring my Gina down for that shot. Remember, let me find my Gina, because that's a shot right there. Oh shit. Bear with me here. My
actually, there's a Prince song in this. While you're finding that, there's a Prince song in this, and one of the guys that worked on this movie was in the band with Prince. This was. I didn't understand this at the scene. I'm like, why is she drinking the beer that way?
Oh, yeah, right.
Yeah, right.
Bullshit.
Sure you were.
Oh, my God. You really just said that. Shut the fuck up. Why is she doing that? I don't get it.
It's not a good way to drink beer.
Yeah, you're going to choke like that.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Ooh.
I got you.
Oh God, dude, you know it was a wild shoot. I mean, come on, can you imagine being a part of this? It must have been almost too much fun making the movie. And
Yeah,
you
those
think,
are
like,
all
because I tried
extras.
looking at it, it didn't look like there wasn't too many issues outside of like having to have stunt doubles do a lot of the skiing stunts. But it seems like this is definitely one of those movies where they're having too much fun making it. And well, would you consider it hard work at that point?
Well, one of the
you
director,
decide.
the producer, he's like, "Oh, I'm looking for Chuck, like the cameraman. Where the fuck is the cameraman?" He's like, "He's dancing on the floor at the top of his girls." He just left the camera. Went to dance on the top of his girls. And then the guy said, the director said that this actually happened at a place they was at. They had a wet t-shirt contest, and then it just turned into a full-blown orgy. He's like, this was the tame version. So
you must have had a
happy.
joy taking care of business with all of this, Mark. Was
and look,
anyone
there's a
even
69 All-Stars there.
I don't know if the word sober was even a vocabulary word in the making of this movie. I really don't believe that was a English-based word. There's just nothing to that. They're like, oh, hey guys, are you sober? Hey, who isn't drinking? No, everyone definitely was. There's no way you're doing something like this and everything was just fine.
And you can't see the girl's shirt, but it says 69 All-Stars.
69 dudes.
Oh man.
Jeez, man. Wow, the madness the madness is everywhere. Oh, we have a term now for the madness. Oh,
come on, wake up.
Come on, wake up. Oh, I during my let's just say my peak partying years, I think I attended parties that I guess that you say that were like this twice. One that I was involved with the planning of, one that we just randomly dropped in on at like 3 a.m. And I remember walking into that thinking, wow, this feels like I'm in a movie from the 80s. It felt like, oh man, like, so this is what it's like when you're in those situations. I think I was, one of them I was 20, 20 there, I was 21. And yeah, it's really like weird because, you know, I had spent years watching these movies and now I'm in the movie type of situation.
Yeah.
It definitely kind of was like tweaking me out a little bit, even though I was really blastedly drunk. That was like a moment of clarity amidst my drunkenness. That's for sure.
And this is kind of a you know, we always said Dolly had braces scene.
Yes.
This scene with Tracy Smith and the sweater. Now this version I clipped is this new producer's cut. So they got in a fight with the director, and some scenes were left out and in. And I have the original DVD, so I should watch that. But I distinctly remember her taking the sweater off, kind of looking more towards the camera. But in this version, she doesn't. But it's like Dolly had braces, you know, the Mandela effect. I'm like,
yes,
I'm remembering this like. And then the actress said she didn't want to do any real, you know, a lot of nudity. She was uncomfortable with it. And, you know, one of the director had kind of been pressuring her to do, you know, do more nudity, and Shannon Tweed kind of supported. Of course, back then there were no, you know, intimacy coordinators or any of the stuff that we have, you know, have now. And, you know, and showing, you know, going topless was, going topless was pretty, you know, pretty common back, you know, back then in the movies. Today, it's more of a big deal. But I distinctly remember the sweater coming off, and I could have sworn that she was facing us. So you really don't see her, but maybe, you know, less is more in some ways. But
were you just imagining that happened?
Maybe I was
so you had
imagining
something to think about, Mark. Are you sure you were just imagining that one?
Mark, I think you should go back and rewatch it on the original DVD and then report back to us.
Yeah, I'll have to report back.
Please follow up with us next week when we talk the jerk. I want to hear, I want your mission report on what the actual footage was, because that is all hilarious. I'm actually starting to think you must have just imagined just because
I must have imagined
being a
it.
man.
I think I'd imagine it, yeah. But I imagined it, but I'm assuming. But it was something that made quite an impression on a 15-year-old mind.
Oh, I'm sure it did. I'm sure it did. Brian says hot dog, $2 million budget, made 17 million in theaters. Big. Oh, dude, yeah, that's profitability up the wazoo. Dude, you kidding me? They got their production and their marketing budget back and so much more.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
wild.
it was a big
So
hit,
then
this movie.
that means if you adjust for inflation today, what is like 50, 60 million dollars today? That's like the first John Wick level of money. Damn.
This movie did really well. Yeah. So, but that's why we were kind of shocked they never got a sequel, especially the ending. The new ending says we'll see you in Hot Dog 2. I don't think that was in the original, but for years they tried to make a sequel.
See, I'm not aware of the newer ending because when I watched it, I thought they were setting up a sequel because of the last conversation between Rudy and Harkin. I didn't say anything about see you in Hot Dog 2, but that conversation was talking about, we'll meet again and that whole I'll be waiting type of conversation.
Yeah.
And it felt like, they were setting up for a sequel.
So he actually says in this version, I'll see you in Hot Dog 2. See you in Hot Dog 2 or at Hot Dog 2 or whatever the lyric is. So you watched the DVD, Nick? Or you watched it on YouTube or where did you watch it?
I watched it on Amazon.
On Amazon, yeah. So they don't have this version on Amazon. You watched the original theatrical, I'm assuming, yeah. On Amazon.
Mm-hmm.
Some little bit of changes.
What a guy! What a guy! And his name is Squirrel.
Squirrel, yeah.
Yes.
And what a perv too.
Yeah, Dadman does those squirrel streams. I gotta tell him he's got a new mascot.
Expert testimony.
This is Guy Squirrel.
Oh man! Oh damn! I love it so much. Oh, fucking Mark.
Yeah, fucking Mark. Yeah.
You're just up to so much shit with this movie.
So much mischief, yeah.
I'm
a bad boy, yeah.
Oh, damn.
His was like, it was like a third forearm.
Thanks.
There's no way that tree trunk was going inside me.
His dick's not small.
What's up, Matthew? How you doing, buddy? Nice to see you here. Says, hail, happy Tuesday, Nick. Mark, do you see felt bad? That would be just another red shirt. That's his new avatar. Blessed Nick Weiser chat, sisters and brothers. Hope everyone had a fantastic Easter and now skating. Oh, we're doing great here, man. Thank you for being here. So glad to be here for a true 80s classic. Oh, damn right, dude. That's what's up. No, thanks for being here. Yes. You can watch Hot Dog. I'm assuming Mark posts that because it must be free. Well,
yeah, I think it's
free. It is on Amazon
for free too.
So that's good.
Yeah.
If you guys somehow haven't seen it, you now have extra incentive to see it because, man, this movie is I guess at the time it wasn't an unsung hero, but because of the way it's become more or less memorable, it feels like an unsung hero because it had all the markings of a 80s movie, but with it being an actual sports movie in disguise. No, sorry, it's disguised as a party movie that happens to be a sports movie because the sports stuff becomes very dominant in the second half. Like really dominant.
Oh yeah. Yeah, they have all the nudity in the beginning. Like you said, it's top loaded to make a bad pun. And
top loaded. Oh,
top loaded,
man.
Right? Yeah.
It is.
You really had to go there.
There it is. Australia. I'll be damned. Look at this country. You are gay.
Omar.
What's up, Easy? How you doing, buddy? Holy crap. 21 of you here. Thank you for being here, chat. I appreciate the hell out of all of you. Cheers. Bring him. I might make him the guest of honor. Oh, God, when Sylvie introduces herself. Damn, well, he's got friends, so bring his friend. And
or her friend,
yeah, which is actually, obviously Sonny. Can I bring you anything else? And and I guess you could say probably this is the last bit of, I guess you could say, full on toxicity for the movie. Like there's glimmers of it, later on, but it's this first, I guess you could say, half hour, 40 minutes where it's the most prominent for sure.
Yeah.
Because
And they go out of their way to do it. So
they make it a point.
Yeah.
They're not exactly being subtle here, Red Shirt. They're letting you know
no,
this is what we're doing. We're here to be party. Yeah, we want to win gold. We want to win championships. We want the headlines. We want the accolades. But we also want to party our asses off too.
yeah. Yeah, I love the line. She says you can check out the new talent, the latest talent.
Yeah. Oh man. No.
Yeah, and what the guy that's filming all these ski scenes says was he loved having everyone in colorful outfits, and he'd done a lot of filming of ski movies or ski documentaries. So he's like, and the bonus is, people are wearing goggles and they're covered up, but like you'll see some scenes like there's a ribbon around one guy. They always try to put something so you can identify the act, like your brain, to kind of trick your brain. Like Naughton's always wearing that Mets hat, so even though it's it's stunt double, you have like the suspenders or something there, so it kind of tricks your brain. You can't really tell that they're all it's filmed well enough. You don't know that it's a stunt double. Like when Shannon Tweed skis off, that's a stunt double. And they said this when he's doing this scene here, Rudy, he's actually a pretty good skier. And they wouldn't let him ski at all, so they're like really stiff. And he went to ski off in that scene, and he fell over, and he's there over laughing like the world's greatest skier, And he's like, shit, just had to ski down that little bit there, and I couldn't even do it.
Oh, I got to tell you, if you watch the end of this movie, you see them start on the top, they come down the really steep part, then they go into the trees, then it flattens out. Let me tell you, I have seen more really good skiers absolutely face plant on level ground skiing back to the lifts because they get complacent, they stop paying attention, they catch an edge. And let me tell you, it is violent to watch because they usually leave a face print in the snow.
A friend tore ACL at the bottom, an expert skier. She got caught in slush, just and like not even going for like the end, the bottom of the hill, just like twisted the wrong way, and the skis didn't come off, and boom. So my rule was whenever I used to ski all the time, and my rule was second half of the day, like after 2 o'clock or 3 o'clock, if I fell down skiing, because I was a pretty good skier, I typically would never fall. Like if I fell at the end of the day, I'm like, that was my last run. Because I knew I'm getting tired. It's like, the next time I fall could be worse. So that was my rule. If you fall, your day is done.
I did heli skiing one time. Came down the cat track towards the ski cat. The two guides were standing at the back of the ski cat, and my legs gave out. And I couldn't hold the hockey stop, and my ass hit the snow. I'm sliding towards both of the guides at about 10 miles an hour going, oh shit. I'm digging my pole into the snow, and I finally come to a dead stop about a foot from their ski boots because they're laughing in their boots. And one of the guides looks out at me and he goes, safe.
Safe.
There was a great line in the midst of all this when Rudy's like, you people stay out of our way. You may ski on that side or on that side, but stay out of the middle. And then Danielle responds, hey, Rudy, you can kiss my ass, not on this side and not on that side, but right in the middle. Dude, I fucking busted my shit laughing. I was like, that's the best response ever.
It is.
I'm definitely clipping that one now. Yeah,
dude, that's it. Oh, it kills me. Ski injuries are no joke. Well, that's probably the only place where you can say my ass is sore and it doesn't mean a sex joke. It's because of how easy it is to bust your shit with skiing. Which, once again, I respect the shit out of the work that skiers to do, man, because that is just seeing what they get going down the hill that fast, the quick decisions, like the eye coordination, flexibility. It blows my mind. Even like
it's so much fun to ski. It's just so much fun, especially when it's not
Sure.
crowded and you're
into
it. Oh god, it's the best. Especially if you're like skiing in the middle of the week. If you can, take the week off, like Tuesday, Wednesday, skiing is usually the best, or Thursday. Friday, Saturday, Sunday sucks if it's way too crowded. But and also the best is if you can nowadays it's ridiculously expensive. But a few times we stayed in places you just skied out of your place right under the chairlift and just went skiing. That was the best. Oh God.
Yeah.
And then you come back for lunch, you have lunch in your little, condo or whatever you're renting. And those are the best. The schlepping, the ski schlepping was always the worst. Like, especially with the kids, like you carry all their skis and do everything, because they can't do anything. But it's a great sport. But it's a shame it's gotten so expensive now. But insurance and the the climate and the mountains, everything is just so expensive. But the other fun thing to look at too, the clothes, right? Like back then, these were all the coolest clothes, and now they look so freaking old. But those CB jackets, when that girl comes, that was named after a skier, speed skier. That jacket on the left there, that purple jacket, that's a CB jacket. Every kid freaking had that jacket growing up, and they went out of business
nowadays
now they're back.
It's a North Face jacket.
Yeah, North Face now. Yeah,
and they only charge $600 for a jacket.
right?
Oh damn. Oh damn! I did not know that.
$600. I mean, I still have powder suits. They're not in style anymore. But when I skied out west, I always wore a powder suit because it kept snow from getting underneath the parka and loading up the middle where you get cold.
I thought it was good for the cocaine.
European.
I thought it was good for the cocaine.
Well, that's what the flap in the back is for.
Floppy in the back.
Oh yeah, that's so you can go to the bathroom without it taking a half an hour to do it. But but anyway, the clothes are ridiculously expensive. The gear is, you stay
boots
in a
are
lodge,
uncomfortable.
a lot of them are.
Just stretch your way into the clothes, red shirt. I mean, hey, if JCVD can do it,
I can do the splits, no problem. Back and forth.
Classic, yeah.
Yeah, it's like everything else. It's gotten more expensive. It really has. And I mean, snowboarding's the same problem.
Oh, I'm sure. I can only
Same
imagine.
thing.
But
yeah.
man, it never gets old seeing any of those athletes do that stuff because like the incredible work that goes into doing that stuff. Also, the incredible risks it comes with doing it too. Holy crud, does it come with risk? Especially if you factor in how today's world is with insurance and liabilities and regulations up the wazoo. Oh man.